Can I? Okay. Look what he says to me. Look what he says.
Chris, you are so handsome and good looking.
Thank you. That's
Chris,
so
you
nice
are so
of you.
handsome and good looking.
I appreciate it. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, what about now?
How can you be so good looking and funny?
I don't know. I don't know. You are amazing. Okay, hold on. All right, we'll do this one more time, and then we'll start the Facebook Live. All right.
How can I be like you? You are amazing.
That's so nice. Okay, enough with the compliments. Let's not do that on the Facebook Live from Sholo. It's the Morning Brew, baby.
Coming to you from the heart of Sholo, Arizona, on the Deuce of Clubs. It's QCountry 92.5's The Morning Brew with Chris Bennett.
He's got spirit. I hear it.
Good morning and welcome to the behind the scenes of our small town radio show on QCountry 92.5. It is the Morning Brew, broadcasting from beautiful Sholo, Arizona, right off the Deuce of Clubs, which is right behind me. We have a fun show planned for you today. It is our Country Climb Star of the Week segment. We're going to be playing the full video interview with Trey Calloway, playing his new song, Must Have Had a Good Time. You guys are going to love Trey Calloway. If you've not heard of him yet, he's going to be your new favorite. Make sure you click share if you care. I got a little segment talking about what's all the activities happening here in the White Mountains. And I'm going to click share because I care. Here we go.
From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett and the Morning Brew.
What's happening, hot stuff?
All right, it's now time to see what's happening in the White Mountains this weekend. There is a lot going on. Tonight at Sholo High School, it's Sholo Homecoming. They are hosting Apache Junction, and that game starts at 7. But probably the most exciting thing for me is yesterday we had Coach Mike Boyce, the head coach of Sholo Cougars, in studio. And last year I challenged one of his players, Dane Rusma, to a 40-yard dash. I had a head start and I lost. Well, this year we're doing it again at 4 o'clock at Sholo Football Field if you want to come watch me get my butt kicked. But we're going to do 100 yards this time around, but I get to start at the 50. So we'll see if I could beat Dane Rusma with a 50-yard head start and a 100-yard dash. That's going to be at 4 o'clock. Also, the Run to the Pines car show is happening. I love this event, and starting today at 4 p.m. is the cavalcade of cars. They depart the LDS Church and cruise down to the Honda Resort and Casino. And then the car show is going to be Saturday 8 to 4, and it's a lot of fun. If you've never been, it's at Pine Top Lakes Country Club, and it's free with a canned food donation. And Sunday, they go 8 a.m. to noon. So that's a lot of fun. And also, the Fall Festival is happening. Note, Pine Top, the Fall Festival Parade has been canceled in honor of the fallen firefighters. But these events remain. It's the Fall Artisan Festival, Friday through Sunday at the Orchard at Charlie Clark's. There's also a pumpkin carving demo by Ray Villafane, and live music, and also the White Mountain Symphony Orchestra is having a concert, America the Beautiful, Saturday at Blue Ridge High School. And don't forget, before we head out for a weekend of fun, make sure to take a moment to remember what truly matters. Tomorrow or today and Saturday, we honor our fallen Timber Mesa firefighters. Those processions are going to be starting today, going down the Deuce to the 260 to Old Linden to Sholo Auditorium, starting today at 9:45 a.m. And the services for Brenna are today at 10 a.m. at Sholo High School and tomorrow at 10 a.m. For Damon at the same location. Make sure you line the streets and pay tribute to our heroes. That's what's happening on the White Mountains this weekend. John T. McCarthy, good to see you. Sherry Eppinger, good morning. Good morning. I wonder if they're still going to do the cavalcade of cars if it's raining this afternoon. I don't know what the weather forecast is for the rest of the day, but as you can see, we got a wet one behind us. Yes. Look at that. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Best friends, so good to see you this morning. It is our Country Climb Star of the Week segment coming up. Trey Calloway. So I'm so bummed that we only play one of his songs because this guy has quite the library of songs. He's just an awesome artist, and can't wait for you to meet Trey Calloway. The interview with him was a lot of fun. All right, let me add a little longer song, and then we're going to go. Also, best friends, the procession for Brenna and Damon. Today is Brenna. It's going to be taking place starting at 9:45. They're going to leave Owens Livingston here in downtown Show Low, go up the Deuce to the 260 down to Old Linden Road, and then they'll finish at the Show Low Auditorium. They're asking people to line the streets to honor and show their support for these brave firefighters. I have 7 tenths. 7 tenths! John, is that a lot? I think it is a lot. Okay. We got that. We talked about what's happening. Boom. We got our first segment. Let's get that. Earn Texas Country. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, best friends, I am going to go ahead and start our full video interview. This is the full video interview with Trey Calloway. I edited into some segments for the radio. We'll be playing it on the radio, and we'll be playing his new song on this video. And then also on the radio, Must Have Had a Good Time. I freaking love it. Sherry said, I'm going to be watching the procession this morning. I've already cried. The big flag looks beautiful as it sits waiting for them. Yeah, it is beautiful. All right, best friends, poop in my butt. Oh, wait, no, hold on. No poop in my butt yet. You got Trey. I had so much fun talking to Trey. Let's see, what should we do? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's a shame. It's a great day. John Deere green. Just the way. Just let me keep on rolling. Key to my heart. Kicked out of country. Last call. Here we go. Let's get this. You've got something. All right. 10,000 towns, 100 proof. 5150. Somebody called a po. A little country. A ride back home. Act like you don't. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. And, what did I just delete? I just deleted something. And if you own my heart, my achy, breaky heart, I just don't want to. Okay. Crash my party, complicated. All right. Once I get this song put in, we're going to play our Country Climb Star of the Week interview. I've been hyping it up. Blue ain't your color, beer in Mexico. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, there we go. All right, best friends, I will be back with you. I'll be commenting on the live. But we're going to go ahead and start the full video interview with today's Country Climb Star of the Week. Well, you'll find out. I don't need to intro it. You'll see it all here in a second. And let me make sure I have my volume good. All right, here we go. See you, best friends.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb Star of the Week.
Today, we're spotlighting an artist whose sound blends the heart of gospel with the grit of 90s country. He's North Carolina born, now Nashville based. It is Trey Calloway. He's already shared stages with legends like Joe Diffie, Tracy Lawrence, earned Texas Country Music Songwriter of the Year. He's racked up millions of streams. He's had a video featured on CMT and premiered his new music video, Must Have Had a Good Time, on the American Country Network. Please welcome today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Trey Calloway! Woo!
What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Glad to be here.
Dude, it is an honor to have you on the show. I've been jamming out to all your music at the past couple of days, and I'm excited to play your new one. Must have had a good time a little later today. But first, before we get to the nitty-gritty, let's have some fun with some rapid-fire questions.
Sounds good.
All right,
Sounds
here we
good,
go.
buddy.
What was the first concert you ever attended?
Charlie Daniels. Charlie Daniels with Darius Rucker and Trace Atkins. It was at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
killed it. Yeah, it was
How-
life-changing, man.
How old were you when that happened?
I think I was about 13.
Wow.
It was when I first started to kind of show some interest in country music. And so my mom and dad took me to Nashville and took me to the Grand Ole Opry. And, man, yeah, Charlie Daniels came out there and wore it out, son. He did. It was cool.
What is your go-to late-night snack on the road?
Oh, well, I was talking about it with my dad. My dad's actually in another room right now. He's visiting me from North Carolina right now this week. But we were talking about it. So they used to have these, the company Utz, UTZ.
Right.
They used to have those cheese waffle crackers. You remember those things?
Yes.
They discontinued them. I'm going to use this opportunity to protest and beg the Utz company to bring those back, or some company to bring them back. But that was my favorite late night snack out on the road. But I'd have to say combos are a close one too. I love me some combos.
Is there a song you can't help but sing along to every time it comes on?
It's probably Devil Went Down to Georgia. My son, I have a little son, and he's obsessed with that song. So we'll just jam it out in the car. We'll just listen to every word. And then I always, trying to be a good father, I'll always, turn down the bad part at the end. But he knows what they're saying. He knows what they're saying already. But yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was done. I was just saying that's the one song that I've played and heard a million times, but never really get tired of.
And this last question for this series will be the hardest question I ask all day. If you had one country song to request for the rest of your life that's not your own, what country song are you requesting and why?
Oh, man. Well, I'd have to say it's probably the song that made me want to become a country singer. It's Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old by Garth Brooks. I'd say is the one, just because of what it means to me. It was the first country song I remember hearing that made me sit back and go, man, that's what I want to do right there. And I've got so many favorite songs, but because of the sentimental value of that song, I'd have to say that'd be my request.
Well, we're going to play it right now here on QCountry 92.5. It's Garth Brooks, Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old on QCountry 92.5, requested by today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Trey Calloway. We'll be right back with him coming up next. Boom! First segment done, Trey. Nailed it.
Bro, I love you already, dude. I knew as soon as we started talking, man, I knew we was going to be buddies.
Yeah, I can't wait to come out to Nashville sometime and because you're playing music all the time. I'm looking at your schedule. Is this
Yes,
all in Nashville? This September schedule?
Mostly. We're going to be on the road a lot more next year. But yeah, right now I'm doing about 4 residencies. I'm playing about 4 shows a week. You ought to come out to CRS sometime if you've never been.
Yeah, what is that?
Country radio seminar. Come on out, man. You'd like it. Make a lot of good connections and meet a bunch of artists. You'd really dig it. It's called CRS.
Okay.
Yeah, come on out, man. I think it's sometime in the spring, if I'm not mistaken, or like early summer, something around earlier in the year.
Yeah, definitely. I'll start buttering up my station manager.
I'm all about it. Yes, sir.
All right. Our next segment I call the Country Climb. This is where we find out basically, where it all started, your country climb, how you got the bug, how you knew it was your calling, and where you're at now. So
cool. Absolutely.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are back with our Country Climb Star of the Week, Trey Calloway, originally from North Carolina, but now making big things happen in Nashville. And we have some new music coming from him in a little bit. But first, it's time to find out about your country climb, Trey. How did you get started, and how did music grab a hold of you?
So I was raised in a Pentecostal church. My dad was a Pentecostal evangelist when I was growing up, and so I would travel from church to church with him, traveling and out on the road, and I would sing before he would preach his sermons. And so I had the music bug very, very early on, probably 5, 6 years old. I knew that I could sing. I didn't play any instruments yet, but around the time 13, 14, I started playing the guitar and wanting to write songs and wrote some gospel songs. But then I started listening to a little bit of country here and there. And my mom and dad bought me this country gold greatest hits collection that had like Tammy Wynette and George Jones and Merle Haggard and all of the classics, Loretta Lynn. I'm a big Loretta Lynn fan, always have been. And so I really got to know the deep roots of country before I got into more of the poppier modern country. And I've loved all of that since, but I've always been a student of all kinds of music, funk and rock and country and heavy metal. I mean, hard rock and heavy metal was pop punk, all that kind of stuff. And has always been a big influence on me. Just when I sing, country comes out usually. So that was the thing that made the most sense for me. And then, pretty early on, I figured out, hey, if I do this, I can make a little bit of money. People want to pay to hear me do this. And so I'd start playing bar gigs and stuff like that. And I think, very early on, I knew, like, all right, at first it was baseball. I really loved playing baseball, and I was pretty good at it, but, it was definitely just a dream. Music was definitely my future. And started playing gigs, started joining bands. And, other than a few odd jobs here and there, I was a machine worker for a little bit. I worked in a hotel for a while and did some construction work for a little bit, but music was always the goal. And I've pretty much been able to pay my bills with my voice and my guitar since I started doing it. And that's been nice. It is a job. People don't realize it is a job. If you're doing this seriously and trying to make a go of it, it's a full-time job and more. You really never stop working. But it's great. I'm addicted to it, man. It's like a drug. I can't do anything else or don't want to do anything else. Besides being a father and a husband, country singer is the other part of my identity,
Right.
I love it with all my heart. I love music. I love the music business, making records, doing shows, signing autographs, taking pictures with people, making them feel like the most important person in the world, changing one life. If you can change one life with a song, man, that's what it's all about.
Right.
For me, anyway.
What would you say is your most memorable pinch me moment that's happened, so far in your music career?
Well, the most recent one that I can think of was I got so blessed with the opportunity to go backstage at the Grand Ole Opry during one of the shows and met Steve Earle and met Emmylou Harris, met the Bellamy Brothers, Mark Wills. I think I had met Mark once before. We have a mutual friend, a guitar player of his, is a mutual friend to me as well, good friend of mine. But I swear, man, I was floating 6 inches off the ground that entire night. I met Connie Smith. She was sweet as could be to me. I got nervous when I talked to her. She's like, "Are you an artist?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Do you want to be on that stage one day?" I was like, "That's the plan, God willing, that's the plan." She said, "You'll be there." She said, "I got a good feeling about you." She said that. So she may tell everybody that, but I don't care. It was meant for me that night. And Steve Earle was exactly what you think he'd be. Definitely the guy who's too cool for school. Just one of the coolest guys I've ever met, man. And very laid back and chill. And then went out on stage and just tore it up, man. I mean, when he kicked into Copperhead Road, that whole crowd just went nuts, man. So I mean, we play that song almost every night at our show. So to meet the guy that recorded it and made it a legendary song was something else, man. So that was probably my biggest pinch me moment. It was like, man, I'm back here where the magic happens, where these legends walk, and I don't get starstruck. Well, I say that, but I do get starstruck. I meet my heroes and it's life changing. You always dream of being on the same stage as those people. And every day I get a little closer. Every day I get a little closer. And I think a lot of people don't understand about this business that it's scraping and clawing and scratching and maybe one day the sun shines on you, and we do it all for that one moment. And just one Opry appearance would be enough for me. Everybody around me says, "Don't say that. You want to do it more than once," but I think one time would be enough for me.
We are
Yeah.
talking to Trey Calloway. He is today's Country Climb Star of the Week. We're going to be back with some musician questions for a musician. And after that, we're going to play his brand new song, Must Have Had a Good Time, coming up in just a little bit. Woo! There we go. That was awesome, Trey.
We're doing a great job, Chris. You're a great interviewer, man.
Dude,
You're doing a great job, buddy.
I think I just heard from who? Oh, I heard from the American Country Network. They just gave us an award for Best Interview segment.
Sounds good,
They
brother.
normally don't hand
I'm
out
willing
that
it, man.
quickly, but
Let's do it, buddy. Tommy's good people, man. He's good people.
all right. So now we'll do musician questions for a musician. This is more laid back, kind of like the
Yeah.
rapid fire questions. And then I can't wait to play your song, and you'll be the first country climb artist that on the live we play your music video.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We are back with our Country Climb Star of the Week. Calling in from Nashville, Tennessee, it is Trey Calloway. And Trey, it's now time for musician questions for a musician. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready, brother.
What's
I don't know. Maybe I'm not. What's
your,
that, buddy?
What's your songwriting process like? Are you a lyrics first, a melodies first? Give us the process.
That's a great question. I love talking about this. I love songwriting. I'd say my process is definitely more random, more conversational. I'll be talking to somebody, a friend or somebody I just met, and they'll say something catchy, something that sticks in my ear, and I'll be like, "What'd you just say?" And they'll say, "Oh, I got to write that. It sounds like the title of a song." And a lot of songwriters do that, but then I think they don't write it down. I always remember I've been in the most inappropriate situations, like meetings with executives, and they'll say something, and I'll go, "Can you just hold on one sec?" And I'll write it down real fast. And so I'm definitely a hook guy. I always like to throw out the idea of the song and say, "Hey, let's write something about this." I also, this may be taboo, but I will hear a song that I really love. I'm a big Ronnie Millsap fan. I've been listening to a lot of Ronnie Millsap songs lately, and I'll hear a record of his that I really, really love, and I would say, I would really love to write a song with this same vibe, this same feeling. Totally something new, but something like this that reminds me of this groove or this bass line or whatever. And I've been doing that a lot lately. I always like to say, let's almost like let me write my own version of this groove or this feel. I'm not really a super lyricist. I would say every now and then I'll have a bright idea, but there's so many poets who just can spin a yarn. But I'm good with melodies. I'm really good at, hey, how do we take this okay line you sang? Because I look at things from the perspective of an entertainer. How is this going to hit an audience? How is this going to get the crowd dancing? Because I come from the clubs, I come from the bars, and I come from the little beach bars where you're dancing, you getting people dancing, you try to ring that register, you're trying to make that bar some money, as well as make yourself some money. How do we get these people up out of their seats? How do we get them moving? I'm a student of that. Most of my favorite artists were guys that like to rock. And that's been a big part of my musical journey, is discovering that part of myself. So I look at things from that entertainer side and the singer side, like, hey, this thing's really good. Singability is everything to me. I'll say it in a room. I'll say, hey, I don't care if it makes sense. If it's, Prince was the king of that. He had a bunch of songs that didn't make any sense, what he was saying, but they just flowed so well and had such an earwormy thing that they got stuck in your head. Lyrics, don't always have to be so thought out, and so you can overthink something. So, in a nutshell, that's my process. I could talk all day about it, but in a nutshell, that's my process. Singability and groove, especially when you start making records and you start realizing this is what makes people tick, man. People want to stomp their foot. They want to forget about their troubles, or they want to think about a love they lost or a person they lost, but you can do that. Melody is everything, man.
And you talked about how lyrics can be weird. What's the weirdest lyric you've ever written? Do you know?
Well, oh man, I've got a new single coming out pretty soon that is all groove. I'm really excited about it. It would be if a country artist makes a funk song with a slapping bass line. And when we were in the studio, all of the greats were in there. Tom Bukovac, Gordon Moat, Chris. I mean, my producer Brandon Hood. We were just in there having fun. And I brought this song that I wrote with Ben Wagner and Wolf Mahler over at Seagale here in Nashville. And we just wrote this fun funk country song. And I wasn't planning on recording it, but we had to finish the record we're working on now. And you were like, man, and I kept coming back to it. And my team kept coming back to it. Like, there's something here, this song. And so we went to cut it. All the players were like, man, we're getting to do some funk today. And they asked me, do you want it country funk or do you want it funky? And I'm like, I'm thinking Tower of Power over here and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm like, let's have fun with it. And in my experience, when I let players do that, they surprise me in the best way possible. So yeah, it's just a silly song about it's called Make That Move. It's about making a girl move, and it's double meaning. It's like, I'm going to make whatever move I got to make to get next to that girl so I can talk to her. But then when I get next to her, I'm going to make that move. I'm going to make her move. So it's a double meaning. Not the most deepest lyrics in the world, but hey, it's fun. People are going to like. I got a good feeling about this one, man. People are going to like it.
I love it. That's what I love about your music. One, it's got I love 90s country, and I love
Yes,
country that feels good and
Yes, sir.
just gets you moving in a good way. And
Yes, sir. Well,
so
there's a place. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead,
buddy.
best friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're best friends now. I knew we were going to be, but there's two kinds of sides to an artist. I have plenty of songs that are just stories and emotion, just raw emotion and deep felt lyrics. And you have to have that, especially as a country artist. You have to say something substantial every now and then, but you got to be able to just move people with your groove too. That's a big part of it for me as well, man. And like I said, it goes back to that entertainer aspect. Um, I love a good singer-songwritery song that makes you cry. I love that as much as the next guy. But man, I love something with a driving bass line and some funky four on the floor drums and just good vibe. So I think you're gonna like this new one. I'll make sure I send it to you so you can play it.
Yes, we're not even playing that one today, but we are going to be.
I know. I get it. I should get it back in a couple days, and then it'll be out in about a month.
All right, yeah,
Yes, sir.
we'll have to premiere that here on Q Country. Can't wait for that one. But guys, stay tuned because we have his latest one. Must have had a good time that we're going to be playing for you. Just a couple more questions. If you could collaborate with any artist, what artist would you choose to collaborate with?
Alive or dead?
Yes.
Could I pick somebody from history?
Yep.
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley.
Heck.
All day long. I want to sing something with Elvis Presley. And that's for my grandma too. I'm a big Elvis fan. Always have been. But she was the world's biggest Elvis Presley fan. And I think it would make her happy, smiling down from heaven, if I was to cut a song with Elvis. But who knows, man? Who knows? With AI and all kinds of crazy stuff, you might be able to do something like that one of these days, man.
Yeah.
You
And
can bring back Elvis. That'd be cool.
that would be amazing. And last question. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Usually pray, especially if it's a big gig. If it's something that's nerve-wracking, I will sit in the green room usually and pray. And usually by myself. I pray real quietly by myself. I usually I usually warm up my vocals. I don't eat. I would say that's one. I don't eat. I don't eat a lot of food as it is, really, but I definitely don't eat before a show. It's just something about it. It's like you're going into battle. Like I've heard a lot of athletes talk about that. It's like you're going into a battle, and you gotta be light on your feet.
Right.
So that's it, man. But that's pretty much prayer and starving myself.
This is Trey
Yes,
Calloway.
sir.
He is today's Country Climb Star of the Week. And when we come up next, we are going to play his new song for the first time in Arizona, or Arizona radio. Must have had a good time. Coming up next. All right.
That was a good one, man.
Heck yeah, man. You're so much fun to interview, dude. I feel like
I appreciate that, brother.
I could talk to you all day. All right, here we go. We're going to go into you telling us about this song, how it was written, how it came about, and then we're gonna crank it on the radio, and we're gonna play the music video. So let me get. There we go. I think we're good. Okay. And it's the first time I've ever done a music video at the same time. So I might mess up. And if I do, just let me know.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are back with Trey Calloway, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. And Trey, it's my favorite part of our Country Climb interview because we get to play some new country music from you. This one is your latest single. It's called Must Have Had a Good Time. Tell us the story behind the song and how it came together.
So this album I'm working on is my first album that has some outside cuts. And for those of you out there listening that might not know what an outside cut means, an outside cut means a song you didn't write. Up until now, and I think I had put out 45 songs, and I've written them all, most of them written by myself. And then this Wanted Man album last year was a lot of co-writing. But I've always believed that the best song should win. And so my buddies, Anthony Smith, that wrote Tomorrow for Chris Young, and Chris Young himself, and a fella named Frank Myers, they're all legends, but Frank Myers wrote I Swear for John Michael Montgomery. They wrote this song. It's called Must Have Had a Good Time. And I was over at Anthony's house one day hanging out with him, and he played me the demo that had Chris Young's vocal on it. It was so super surreal. And I said, man, this is a great song. I said, it's sad that it never got to see the light of day. I think at the time a song with the word good time had come out. And so Chris just never got around to doing a version of it. And he said, well, man, if you want to cut it. So we got all the red tape out of the way and did the thing. And I cut the song. And then we made a music video for it. And this song is really fun to play live. The band and I played it every night. And you can see people, because sometimes people hear you got a new song and they go, oh, but then about the first verse and chorus in, they're like, okay, it's a good song. And then by the third verse, they're singing along with you. Everybody has a night that they wish they could remember but can't. And that's what this song is about. Must have had a good time.
I love this song, and it's an honor to play it here on QCountry 92.5. Here is Trey Calloway with his new song, Must Have Had a Good Time.
Woke up on my couch again, bed still made, it ain't been slept in. I can't find my clothes or my keys. There ain't no truck parked in my drive, I guess I cabbed it home last night. Looks like my friends and I got on the whiskey. I must have had a good time last night. Gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes, and it felt like a jackhammer pounding my head. Where did this tattoo come from? I can't remember one thing I've done, but judging by the bar receipt I just found from last night, I must have had a good time. We went downtown to hear some blues, was just gonna have us a beer or two. Then Tony ordered all of us a shot on me. It all went downhill from there. Those Jaeger bombs and a smoky air sure did a number on my memory. I must have had a good time last night. Gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes and it felt like a jackhammer pounded my head. Where did this tattoo come from? I can't remember one thing I've done, but judging by the bum receipt I just found from last night, yeah, we must have had a good time. I'm gonna have to find my phone, call my buddy for a ride. No, I don't remember, but this will remind me what I did last night. Must have had a good time last night. Gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes and it felt like a jackhammer pounding my head. Where did this tattoo come from? I can't remember one thing I've done, but judging by the bar receipt and the photos I got and all the photos on my phone we took last night, must have had a good time.
That is Trey Calloway with his new song, Must Have Had a Good Time, on QCountry 92.5. And if you love that song, you're going to love the music video. Make sure you check that out. That video was a lot of fun. What was that like, filming that music video?
Man, we shot that at a place called Barnberger Ranch, just right outside of Nashville. And the guy that owns it is a super nice guy, man, just cool as could be. We pull up, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. His little dog runs up to me. He's just wagging his tail. It was a great time. It was hot, though. I mean, everybody was sweating. It was crazy. And that scene where you see my boys pick me up off the back of the bar, I had really fallen. I don't know what happened, but I had, like, really wiped out. And so they jerked me up. And my boy Justin, who's a singer, too, Justin Bilton, he plays bass for Three Doors Down, the band Three Doors Down. But he was out there hanging out with us. And, dude, he manhandled me. I mean, I'm not a small guy. But, you know, this dude is giant next to me. He manhandled me and picked me up. I was like, that's going to look good on camera, but ow. But that whole video, there's also a scene where, you know, we're pretending we're in a bar fight. And my buddy Sean, he rears back and actually hit me in the face. Messed my hat all up and everything. I'm glad we got the shots with my cowboy hat before we did that scene. It was funny as all get. It was such a fun music video to make, and it took us about all day to shoot it. And everybody was super great. I mean, everybody came out there and just kind of put their time in for free just to have fun with me. And the music video turned out really good. We had a lot of fun doing it. But the scene, you know, the scene where I'm playing myself as a detective from the night before or the night after, trying to figure out what all I'd done, that was all the director Logan's idea. He's super creative. He's been doing a lot of movies and stuff. And he keeps talking about he's going to do this Western, and he wants me to be in it. So I might be making my acting debut pretty soon. I don't know. I might be pulling a Chris Christopherson on you pretty soon.
That would
At least
exciting.
I hope.
Man,
it would be, man.
Everyone, make sure you download Trey Calloway's new song, Must Have Had a Good Time. And if people are just hearing you for the first time, we know Must Have Been a Good Time is one they need to listen to. What are two or three other tracks of yours that you would recommend people listen to if they really want to get to know Trey Calloway?
I would go check out my single that was before this one. It's called She Don't Break It. I wrote it with Terry McBride from McBride and the Ride, and my producer Brandon Hood, and it's just Texas country all the way. It's a completely different vibe than Must Have Had a Good Time. The one right before that single was called She Misses Being Mrs. And if you're looking for that deep, heartfelt, sad country song, that's your go-to. That song is about a woman and a man who meet in high school and fall in love, and he dreams of being a soldier and goes off to war and doesn't come home, and it's her life as a war widow. and the story of that. And I wrote that one with Jim Hawkins and Aaron Loy, two of my great buddies that I write with a lot in Nashville. And so those are the two. She Don't Break It and She Misses Being Mrs. And I'll also do a shameless self plug of the album I did last year, Wanted Man. Go check out that whole album. Wanted Man is something I'm really proud of. It was my first album I cut that I had a lot of hand in kind of co-producing and had a lot of say in what it sounded like, and it really turned out good. So yes, sir.
Anywhere you listen and stream music, make sure you find Trey Calloway Music, Calloway. He's got so much music that you could just listen to, and it's great, great music. Make sure you follow him on all socials as well at Trey Calloway Music. And anything new, you have a new song coming out, and hopefully we can have you back on and hear that one.
Anytime, brother. I'm working on a tour for next year. That's the big thing we're kind of excited about. And taking a lot of meetings, just trying to find my way through this crazy town. But I love it. I don't want to be anywhere else. I'm addicted to the music business, man. It's really where I feel at home. I love this town, but I'm ready to get out on the road and come to Arizona and play some shows. That'd be fun.
Heck yeah, we got to make that happen. Trey Calloway Music.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much for being today's Country Climb Star of the Week.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris Bennett's Country Climb Star of the Week.
Heck yeah, that was Trey Calloway, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. John T. McCarthy says, great interview, Mr. Chris. Thank you so much. What a nice guy who is truly grounded. He was so great to talk to, and super grounded, super talented. He's got a lot more music. Like, I'd love to play some more of his music. But as always, big shout out to Sean Burke, Austin Burke, Playlisted Podcast, for sending us another A-lister our way. Make sure you follow the Playlisted Podcast. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hold on for one more day. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. This call is being played on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, recorded for the radio, our podcast, social media. 3, 2, 1. Good morning. It's the Morning Brew with Chris. Who's this? Oh, they hung up. They got scared. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? No, it's not. All right, there we go. All right, got that. Boom. Okay, and we're about to play Trey Calloway's song for the first time on the radio. Also, shout out to Austin Burke, who he has a new song that just came out today. I'm going to try and get that in here as well. Let's see. Austin Burke. New song. I won't find it. It's called In the Middle, I think. He was great, man. I love that song, and he was the first Country Climb star where we had a music video to play with the song, so that was really cool. And so make sure you go ahead and follow Trey Calloway Music, and also go ahead and download his music wherever you stream it. All right, what am I looking for? I'm trying to find Austin's new song, Austin Burke. There we go. Okay, here we go. Which song? I know he has a new song. I just saw it. I'm going to find it. There we go. The car show is still going on. Yes, the car show is still going on. Fall Festival is still going on. Just the parade for Fall Festival is not going on tomorrow. But the Fall Festival, the car show, the cavalcade of cars is still going on. Hopefully the weather clears up. Let's see what the weather's supposed to be today. Weather in Cholo. Poop in my butt. Weather. In Cholo. There we go. Okay, here we go. For a couple hours. We're getting some rain. And then hopefully, so by this afternoon, maybe it should dry up a little bit. I don't know. See full forecast. Let's see full forecast. So, yeah, it might be raining throughout the whole day. But as of right now, I have not heard differently, but the cavalcade of cars is going to start at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we'll see. My weather report says that it's going to rain pretty much throughout the whole day, maybe intermittently. At 4 o'clock, I am going to, so when the cavalcade of cars starts, I'm going to be over at Show Low High School racing Dane Ruzma. Last year, I challenged him to a 40-yard dash. I got a 10-yard head start. He beat me. I think I got a 20-yard head start. This year, we're doing a 100-yard dash, and I get a 50-yard head start. So what do you think? Do you think I have a shot of beating Dane Ruzma, the fastest player on the Cougars football team, at a 100-yard dash if I have a 50-yard head start? What say you? Okay, boom, boom. Kendra Hamblin, I truly doubt the car show. Really? I've been in there in the past years when they wouldn't let us on the grass. Oh, really? Let's see if there's anything on Facebook. Run to the Pines. Run to the Pines car show. People probably don't want to get these cars wet. 33 minutes ago. Gates open around 2. Yeah, so they posted 33 minutes ago. It looks like it's a go. All right. It's been raining in Taylor since 2 a.m. nonstop. It's been crazy. We need the rain. I haven't seen rain like this in a while. All right, we're playing our final segments for the radio with Trey Calloway, and we're going to be playing his song on the radio for the first time in Arizona. Jeff Reynolds is on. Jeff Reynolds' best friends. Jeff Reynolds is in Catalina Island at the Catalina Film Festival with Sunset Artist Crew. Say hi, Reed, Taylor, Lizzie, and Mark. Reed, Taylor, Lizzie, and Mark. How are you doing? Filmmakers, baby. Yes. So good to see you. They are at the Catalina Film Festival, baby. Heck yes. So good to meet you, best friends. All right, here we go. If you need some country music in your movies, check out Trey Calloway. This is going on the radio right now.
From the Horn Auto Center Studios, Chris Bennett's Country Climb, star of the week.
We are back with Trey Calloway, today's Country Climb star of the week. And Trey, it's my favorite part of our Country Climb interview because we get to play some new country music from you. This one is your latest single. It's called Must Have Had a Good Time. Tell us the story behind the song and how it came together.
So this album I'm working on is my first album that has some outside cuts. And for those of you out there listening that might not know what an outside cut means, an outside cut means a song you didn't write. You know, up until now, and I think I had put out 45 songs, and I'd written them all, most of them written by myself. And then this Wanted Man album last year was a lot of co-writing. But, you know, I've always believed that the best song should win, you know. And so my buddies, Anthony Smith, that wrote Tomorrow for Chris Young, and Chris Young himself, and a fella named Frank Myers, who is, and they're all legends, but Frank Myers wrote I Swear for John Michael Montgomery. They wrote this song. It's called Must Have Had a Good Time. And I was over at Anthony's house one day hanging out.
Get ready to dance.
And he played me the demo that had Chris Young's vocal on it. It was so super surreal. And I said, man, this is a great song. I said, you know, it's sad that it never got to see the light of day. I think at the time a song with the word good time had come out. And so Chris just never got around to doing a version of it. And he said, well, man, if you want to cut it. So we got all the all the red tape out of the way and did the thing, and I cut the song, and then we made a music video for it. And this has been
The music video was awesome.
Is really fun to play live. The band and I played it every night, and it is. You can see people, because sometimes people hear you got a new song and they go, oh, but then by the first verse and chorus in, they're like, okay, it's a good song, and then by the third verse, they're singing along with you. Everybody has a night that they wish they could remember but can't, and that's what this song is about. Must have had a good time.
I love this song, and it's an honor to play it here on Q Country 92.5. Here we go. Here is Trey Calloway with his new song, Must Have Had a Good Time. Woo! Here we go. Dance party. Kendra seen that she thinks I'm gonna lose.
Again, bed still made, it ain't been slept in. I can't find my clothes or my keys.
Come on!
There ain't no truck parked in my drive. I guess I cabbed it home last night. Looks like my friends and I got on the whiskey. I must have had a good time last night. Gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes, and it felt like a jackhammer pounding my head. Where did this tattoo come from? I can't remember one thing I've done, but judging by the bar receipt I just found from last night, I must have had a good time. We went downtown to hear some
Bill Mooner!
Just gonna have us a beer or two. Then Tony ordered all of us a shot on me.
Bill Mooner!
It all went downhill from there. Those Jaeger bombs and a smoky air sure did a number on my memory. I
Must have had a good time.
Last night, gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes, and it felt like a jackhammer pounding my head. Where did this
tattoo come from?
I can't remember one thing
Got
I've done,
done.
but judging by the bar receipt I just found from last
night.
Yeah, we
Must have had a good time. Woo! Come on!
I'm gonna have to find my phone, call my buddy for a ride. No, I don't remember, but this will remind me what I did last night. Must have
had a good time last night.
Gotta clear the cobwebs from my mind. Opened up his bloodshot red eyes, and it felt like a jackhammer pounding my head. Where did this tattoo come from? I can't remember one thing I've done, but judging by the bar receipt and the photos I got and all the photos on my phone we took last night,
Must have had a good time. Woo! Come on! Yeah! Must have had a good time last night. Yeah! Come on! Woo! That is, heck yeah! Trey Calloway. Bill Mooter, nothing cuter than Bill Mooter shaking those hips, delivering his chips. But he is on vacation. No delivering the chips this week. Love ya. Jeff Reynolds watching the Brew. Jeff Reynolds having fun with the crew. Jeff Reynolds. Kendra said, I love you, Chris. But I've seen that kid run. Maybe he should have to run backwards. But a 50-yard, we're running 100 yards, and I have a 50-yard head start, so he has to be twice as fast as me. You think that's a possibility? Just added Trey Calloway to my Pandora playlist. Yes! John T. McCarthy doing the thing, adding our Country Climb Artist of the Week, Trey Calloway, to his playlist. Go ahead, add Trey Calloway to your playlist. Also, follow him on all your social media platforms, TreyCallawayMusic.com. Is it raining down in the valley, Bill? Bill and Mandy, is it raining down there? Oh, Mandy, you came to the morning brew this morning, and we beg you to stay. Oh, Mandy. Mandy, feeling dandy. Love ya. How are you guys doing? Having a good vacay? All right. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday, Jeff Reynolds. You too, best friend. We love you. Man, I love Fridays because it's our Country Climb Star of the Week. I love hearing these new artists all the way from Nashville, the freshest Nashville music produce. Thank you so much for being today's Country Climb Star of the Week.
Thanks, Chris.
Boom, there we go. All right, I got to put in a shorter song. Check yes or no. Okay. Got a live read, and then we're going to let you go. If you missed any of the show, obviously you could rewatch the Facebook Live, but it's going to be in podcast form right after the show, very shortly, if the boot fits. Lonesome Standard Time, if the boot. I'm digging it. Honky tonk stomp, hanging up my heart. I got a guy for that. Ain't got a guy for that. Ah! What do I keep deleting? Gosh dang it, idiot. All right, perfect. Got that. Boom. All right, we got Deemers. How you doing, Joe G? How you doing? Joe G. How you doing? All right. I'm going to see Joe a little later today. I'm going to be over there at Horn Auto Center, the Chevy Cadillac GMC store that saves you more. I had a memory pop up on my Facebook that Joe shared. It's been 5 years since I got Subi over at Horn Auto Center, the Chevy Cadillac GMC store that saves you more. Trey Calloway, boo or cool? Totally cool. Is our friend Dave Ramsey on? Dave, we love you, buddy. All right. There we go. Here, one more look at the deuce. And before I let you go, let me also pull this up. Timber Mesa. All right. And everyone, just a reminder, today starting at 9:45, it's the funeral procession. Today it's for Brenna, firefighter paramedic Brenna Kulikowski. Let me show you this. Okay. So that's going to be at 10 a.m. today at the Sholo Auditorium. On today and tomorrow at 9:45, they're going to be leading the service. And here's the route. It's going to be leaving Owens, Livingston Mortuary in downtown Sholo, going down the Deuce to the 260, all the way to Old Linden Road, and then ending at the Sholo Auditorium. They're asking everyone to line the streets to show their support. And pay tribute to these heroes. So that's going to start in about an hour on the Deuce. So if you're in the area, go ahead and make sure you line that route. All right, best friends, I think I'm going to head out and get this show on the road, get the podcast locked and loaded. I'll be at Sholo High School when the Cavalcade of Cars is happening. I'll be at Sholo High School for a little race against Dane Ruzma. I'm going to get a 50-yard head start in a 100-yard dash. We'll see how I do. And hope you guys have a great weekend. And I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, big shout out to Austin Burke, Sean Burke, and the Playlisted podcast for providing us with these great artists for our Country Climb Artist of the Week. Trey Calloway, you are amazing. Make sure you follow Trey Calloway wherever you listen to music. Let's see. Ooh, I actually thought of something. Let me see. All right. Austin Burke. Yeah, he has a song that just came out today, In the Middle. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Is this it? Hold on.
Maybe we ain't 18, young, dumb, and free, kissing in the backseat, sipping on a fifth. But we ain't 84, hand holding on the porch, thanking the good Lord for the life we lived. Ooh, we're smack dab center of the good stuff, and the kids ain't up. Ain't gonna stop stop ripping shots from the bottle, chasing this life with a little bit of wild. We ain't quitting this.
All right, that was Austin Burke. We're going to play his new song. This song just came out today as well. Austin Burke is from the Playlisted podcast. He's the one that sends us all these great artists for our Country Climb Star of the Week. So I figure we'll do that. Let's see. We'll play this song. See how long is that?
Maybe we ain't 18.
18, there we go. Heck yes. Perfect. Okay, boom, bring an umbrella. Yeah, is it going to be raining all day, John? We need it, so I'm not complaining. But, man, it has just been pouring, which has been good, we've been praying for it, and it's here. So I love it. All right. So we're going to do a live read, and then we're going to hear this new song from Austin Burke that was just released today. Austin Burke is the cool dude with the Playlisted podcast that sends us all our Country Climb artists of the week, and I want to highlight one of his songs. This is a new one that just came out today, Austin Burke, In the Middle. Make sure you follow him, the Playlisted podcast, and download his new song, In the Middle. Okay. Alrighty. I got a guy for that. I got a guy for that. I got a... Yeah, Granger Smith, if the boot fits, on QCountry 92.5. We're the Morning Brew, coming to you from the Horn Auto Center studios. If you need anything to do with glass, think Deemer's Glass. They can help you with fire-rated glass, custom glass, maybe windows for your home or business, shower door enclosures, bathtub enclosures, mirrors, you name it for your glass needs. Go to Deemer's Glass, 1-888 Glass Man, 1-888 Glass Man. And our Country Climb Star of the Week, we received these artists from Austin Burke and the Playlisted podcast. If you haven't followed the Playlisted podcast, make sure you follow it. All the artists we get every Friday are because of Austin Burke and his amazing podcast. And he has a new song out that just came out today. So I thought we'd give him some love here on the Morning Brew. Make sure you download this song and follow Austin Burke and the Playlisted podcast. Here is his new one, In the Middle, on QCountry 92.5.
Maybe we ain't 18, young, dumb, and free, kissing in the backseat, sipping on a fifth. But we ain't 84, hand holding on the porch, thanking the good Lord for the life we lived. Ooh, we're smack dab center of the good stuff, and the kids ain't up. Ain't gonna stop ripping shots from the bottle, chasing this life with a little bit of wild. We ain't quitting this love and ain't stopping. We're half full, halfway to the bottom. Too old for fake IDs, too young to settle. Right where it's sweet, somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. We did the I do's on the baby number 2. Had a downtown view, now we're living in the burbs. We're tired every day, but you ain't tired of me yet. If this is good as it gets, ain't gonna stop ripping shots from the bottle, chasing this life with a little bit of wild. We ain't quitting this love and ain't stopping. We're half full, halfway to the bottom. Too old for fake IDs, too young to settle. Right where it's sweet, somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Ooh, smack dab center of the good stuff, and the kids ain't up. Ain't gonna stop ripping shots from the bottle, chasing this life with a little bit of wild. We ain't quitting this love and ain't stopping.
Heck yeah, that was Austin Burke in the middle, his brand new one that was just released today. Make sure you go ahead. You've given you've given our best friend Trey Calloway a follow. Make sure you give Austin Burke a follow and download that new song In the Middle. I really love that. All right, best friends, it is time for me to head out of here and start the real part of my day. Best friends, always great hanging out with you. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, spent a little time with me this morning and said hi. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I love you all. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Timber Mesa firefighters, Brenna and Damon and their families. Those processions, the first procession is today for Brenna starting at 9:45. For the morning brew, and then tomorrow at 9:45 it will be for Damon. And lining down the Deuce to the 260 to Old Linden and then to the Show Low Auditorium. Best friends, thank you for tuning in to the Morning Brew. For the Morning Brew, I've been Chris Bennett reminding you, be nice to yourself, be nice to others, and don't be a jerk. And for the Morning Brew, I say, bye, love ya.